Allegedly, Sean Payton went into the night saying that he would like to announce the starter before next week or whatever. Then after the game, he said, I'll hold off. And everybody thinks that's maybe because Jameis played so well. Maybe he was thinking of leaning towards Taysom, but then what Jameis did, maybe he backed off his stance. Let's see what happens in his third game. Let's see what happens in practice there. Jameis looked unbelievable, though. Mm-hmm. Jameis looked unbelievable last night. He can see. The son of a bitch can see it for the first time. And he's got an offense that Sean Payton can dial up. That Callaway kid looks good. It's preseason, so we have to talk about that. And it's against the Jaguars, so we have to talk about that. He was making insane contested catches. You get Taysom Hill in the gadget role, which I'm not sure he's going to be pumped up about. But this is where everybody's thinking right now. Taysom might come out next week, by the way, and throw 10 touchdowns. Yeah. We have no idea what's going to happen, and Sean's going to have to make that decision. But it felt like Jameis, felt like he's a guy, and he looked comfortable in that offense with Sean Payton calling the shots.
He looked awesome. Like I was rooting for him. Like I was pumped for Jameis and obviously Callaway making some of the greatest catches I've seen. Like I couldn't hear the announcers. Were they pumped? Like the first one, we had two guys draped on him, interference call. He jumps down and catches it the only spot you could possibly catch that ball.
So the first one they didn't know was a catch. So it was pass interference, and then when he stood up and started celebrating, then it was. He caught that. Yeah. Then it was one of those. So I think from the angle they were at, they couldn't see it. But, yeah, they got very excited about that other one. And, by the way, we got to give credit where credit's due. Mm-hmm. Steve, Greasy, Riddick, and Salters crushed it, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Great round from them.
Yeah. Legit.
Yeah. But it's like golf. So, you got to show up every single week because you never know when the good round is followed by a bad round.
They haven't won you over, Jesse.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, look, just like the way it's preseason, you can't overreact to the good stuff just yet.
It's a long road, boys.
They had a long year last year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and now they got the Mannings competing with them. So,
are you serious?
Uphill battle.
No one would be able to tell, but are you serious? I didn't get to hear it. I was reading it.
No, they were actually good.
What's he talking? You're reading the captions. What do you think they were? The things they were saying read good.
Seemed like it, yeah. So, it's a little delayed and everything, and I wasn't sure, but yeah, it seemed good. I was, with you. Who knows? We don't know what your real opinion is.
There are some really, really good stats out there. Hembo actually tweeted some out this morning. Did you know that in 2019, Jameis Winston had 339 successful dropbacks, most in the NFL?
Okay, so Hembo doesn't deserve what you just did to him, because I do like Hembo, and we will not get into this. You are not. I will not let you.
Come on.
You.
No.
You.
All I was saying was
Hembo.
I love
Hembo.
Jameis is the
Hembo's
best
the man.
at dropping back in the NFL.
I will say somebody should have told him, let's not put successful dropbacks into this stat, because that tweet had a bunch of other stuff that was incredible.
Wait, what's a successful dropback? What does that even mean?
See, we asked a lot of questions whenever we saw it. None of us really knew what it was.
He didn't fall down?
That's what I...
Well, we think he did have a good, you know how you got to turn and run backwards basically while you're doing your thing? He was able to do that perfectly.
It's all those workouts he does.
He didn't get stepped on. He didn't fumble a snap.
You see some, basic ass quarterbacks, when they try to the leg, you know what I mean?
The hitch, yep.
That is not successful. That is not successful.
In the NFL, you see that a lot.
Yeah,
decent amount. Yeah.
Whenever guys are reaching for a handoff,
exactly.
They're trying to do you know what I mean? So that's
we're talking dropbacks though.
Yeah, but it was
could play action.
Play action. Yeah, it was a reach. You know what I mean?
Show me what it looks like when the guy's stumbling. It's not a successful dropback.
Well, that's what I'm just telling you. What I think Hembo is trying to get at here is that Jameis can take a 4 to 5, 7 step drop if he has to without tripping all over himself. Jameis Winston, Hembo, once again, you do not deserve Diggs bringing this particular thing up.
I'm just saying.
Jameis Winston, 2019, 5,109 pass yards, most in the NFL. 41 completions at 20-plus yards, most in the NFL. Okay, that's a good step. Yeah. Hey, in the Bruce Arians offense, the last two quarterbacks to quarterback in that offense have had the most deep threat, right? Tom Brady had it last year. Mm-hmm. Jameis had it 2 years ago. 339 successful dropbacks right here. Most in the NFL. 96.1 QBR outside of pocket, highest in the NFL. The canvas has always been there. Let Sean Payton. He's talking about how good Jameis is, especially now that he can see, and he had a year of kind of watching football and Drew Brees operate. They're saying he has a chance to be incredible, which we all agree. The successful dropbacks, though, I'm not 100% sure what that means.
Does that mean he completed a pass? There's no way. Not 339.
He didn't. Yeah, there's no way he had 339
He
completions.
might have.
So we just need to know what an unsuccessful dropback is.
I was trying to show you, but you were laughing at it because you can't take it serious.
Do it like a full one, though. You actually do it. You were just kind of farting around.
I wasn't farting around. I was trying to do an unsuccessful dropback, dude.
So, you got to do the cadence and everything.
Can you snap me?
Yeah, of course.
You want me to? Yeah.
Get in the pistol.
Can you get the hand down here, too, please? Yeah, of course. No.
Yeah. Go.
I want to go under center. Just a hand.
Under center.
No, under center. Make it real, man.
I mean, you're very low. I am Mike Lennon here. Center! Oh, no.
Offsides. Unsuccessful.
Almost broke his finger.
That was not a successful drop.
Back up.
Okay, that was not successful. Center! Green 19! Green 19! Center! Boom! That's not successful. You see that?
Stumble.
So
You're-
just
your
a stumble.
ankle
You don't have to fall down.
Look at that.
Stumble is.
You dacked it.
That's a cramp.
Oh no.
I just had a cramp. Hey? You think that's a successful drop back, AJ? It's not. You hear me? Stop fucking with Hembo's stats, dude.
Thank you for clarifying.
For a second, I thought your ankle was actually sideways.
Well, I forgot what I was doing, actually. I wanted to do a picture-perfect five-step, because Frank and Clyde would be very pissed off about that. I feel like the Ducks were pretty good there, by the way, out there on the pond. Feel pretty good about it. A little green 19, because me and other legends do that same exact cadence.
So in 2019, he had 626 attempts and he had 380 completions.
Jesus.
So go to the number.
339 successful dropbacks. I don't
So
know.
380 completions. Somehow, in 41 of them, okay, he didn't drop back. He just threw that thing.
Yep.
Chucked it straight out.
What is play action? What does that mean?
Great question. They only
I
went
was gonna
41
say-
play actions.
Hey, don't you think though? I think Jameis, his play action mechanics are beautiful. You can't run,
works
pass looks the same. Everything he does, I really like his mechanics.
I don't know if you're fucking with me or not. I don't think I paid.
Dead serious.
He does work on everything. Clyde Christensen, quarterback coach for Tampa Bay, was like he works almost to a fault too hard. He does too much work almost. Like that has never been something that Jameis has ever struggled with. I'm excited though because it feels like he's having a good time down there. He's dancing in practice. He's completely bought into the fact that he is Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know if this is something new or if he's always done this. I feel like maybe we're just learning more and more about him here. He's almost a babyface now. Like he's almost babyface in this entire thing. I think a lot of people are pulling for him now, as opposed to a year or two ago, where for whatever reason people were anti-Jameis. It feels like now everybody's like, "Oh, let's go, Jameis." And if you think, of him, Kamara, Callaway, Thomas, Taysom, with an offensive line that seems to be pretty fucking good, by the way. I'm not 100%. And with that defense, it looks like they got a team. It looks like the Saints are all the way back. Now, does Sean Payton still want to give Taysom Hill another shot to figure it out, see if he's the guy or not, with a start in the third preseason, see if he's good? Don't want to name a starter. I don't know. But what if this is the year of Jameis, man? What a year this is going to have. Now, in his division, he has the reigning Super Bowl champs, the old team he came from, and they got every single starter back on both sides and in the kicking game somehow. And also a wide receiver that didn't start but caught a touchdown whose name is Antonio Brown. It's just, that's going to be a tough road for anybody in the AFC South, but Jameis appears to be the guy going.
Well, and to Hembo's point, wouldn't it benefit Sean Payton and his offense to have Taysom Hill not play quarterback so that he can, use him all over the place? And
I think Booger was talking about it in the pregame.
yeah,
I think Booger was talking about how, because I think it was Booger talking about Taysom plays special teams as well. What Taysom does is the gadget player. There's only one Taysom Hill. Right, it's like he is. I actually think they should think about it with Strafolsky over there in Arizona. After watching him run people over, he looked athletic. Could he catch a ball? I mean, who knows? But Taysom Hill created his own kind of lane. Now, Cordell Stewart did it in the past, and there has been others. I think Edelman has played on both sides. There has been others that have done it. But the Taysom Hill gadgetness has become a weapon for New Orleans. So not only does Taysom have to outperform Jameis, he also has to perform at a level that it's worth losing that potential deception or distraction or whatever it is for that. And at this point, I think we can all say publicly, we haven't seen the practices and behind closed doors what's going on. But publicly, it looks like, hey, still going to be able to keep that. Everything that Drew had with Taysom coming on, defense not knowing what the formation is, how many tight ends, who's playing quarterback, which is kind of good in the old misdirection of the defense. It feels like that's going to be the way it is. Will Taysom have to buy into that? I assume he will.